everybody, welcome to my channel. Today I'm gonna give you 7 tricks to stop worrying. I'm Rita and today it's all about you. The first trick is try to understand that the things that you are worrying about usually it's not going to happen. So try to go to your past and to your memory and understand any time that you have worried a lot and what happened next. Usually it didn't happen nothing. So if nothing really happened, why are you worrying? So try to have a little bit more faith in what is going to happen and understand that worrying before things happen, it doesn't prepare you for anything, it only stresses you. So this is a trick that maybe can help stop worrying when you know that things are very, very low probability of happening. As we always listen, fear is irrational and worry is really coming and born from all of our fears. Have a moment to analyze your thoughts in the most honest and realistic way. What is the worst thing that really can happen? And what you really can do to avoid this thing to happen. Spending some time to be a little bit more rational and clear about things can really avoid this kind of pain and can really avoid to really rumbling around this kind of negative image that you have in your head. So try to understand what really can happen and try to understand what it's realistic for you to do. Most of the times it's something that you cannot do, so most of the times it's something that maybe you can try to ease your thoughts and understand that if you think in a positive way, probably your negative thoughts will go away too. So this is another thing that can help you worry a little bit less. Another thing that can eventually work for you is to talk to yourself. So try to stop your mind going to these dark places that sometimes you go when you are really worried. So understand that you are the one that can control your mind better than anybody. So understand that you have this connection with yourself and understand that you can really stop and avoid to be in a much more overwhelmed state. You can try to refuse your mind to go to these dark thoughts and avoid to fall into this spiral of negativity that can be really bad for you and even for your mental health. And this may take you a while and some practice, but with discipline you can really tell to your mind to stop and control your thoughts. Other thing that can help you in this worry process is to talk to somebody. Most of the times when we say our problems or our worries out loud, the problem or the worry just shrink. This is something real because most of the times what we have in our mind is some kind of overwhelming thought in a negative way that we are trying to cope. If we say it out loud to somebody else, most of the times just the mainly way of saying it can help, and of course it will help too if you can really listen the other person's opinion. And this is important because open your mind to another person, but it's important because you can listen another perspective and another way of thinking and another way of seeing things. And of course this will work too if you don't want to talk to nobody about it. It can work if you write or if you record some of your words and some of your worries. If you think that you are in a state that your thoughts are growing and it becomes a really overwhelming thing, and that you are having some difficulty in controlling your own thoughts, maybe having an activity, some kind of distraction that allows you to just go away from that kind of thought and that kind of spiral. So it's important that maybe some kind of activity that you choose to just be able to take the focus out of this worry and of these thoughts. Most of the times, if you have a break and try to concentrate in another activity, when this activity will end, you will feel much more lighter, and probably if these issues are not just a worry but some kind of decision maker, that can help you to see much more clearly. Another thing that you can do to melt your worries is to live only the moment. This is a little bit difficult, and most of the times you need to have some practice, but it's possible and it's extremely positive, not just for this issue but for other issues too. So in general, for your mental health, if you live in a much more present moment, if you live the now and not really be constantly thinking about the past situations or the eventually future situations, you can lower your stress and you can high your quality of life. And today we have an extra tip, so I hope you stay until the end of the video. The last thing I want to tell you is to refocus, which means that you have two options that you can do to try to stop worrying so much. And the first thing is to slow down what you are doing and try to reconnect with yourself. And what I mean is trying to be a little bit more sensitive about yourself in a much more mindful way. If you need to do some kind of meditation or some kind of relaxation to help you enter in this state of mind, the better. If you don't, just try to find something that can really relax you in a way that you can listen to your own body and not just your mind, and learn that you can relax from all of this stress. And the other thing that I'm trying to tell you is stop procrastinating. Is something that probably most of us are doing for a long period of time or constantly, and this is something that it's important for you to just stop doing it and try to do the things that you need to do. So stop procrastinating and start to do the things that you have to do during your daily life. It's another thing that will help you worrying less and feel a little bit more lighter when the task is complete. And the extra tip that I have for you today is maybe a little bit odd, but it's what the mental health professionals usually advise for you to do, which is take a time of your day to worry. So sometimes this can work for certain situations and for certain people, because you know that you will have your time during your day to worry about what you are worrying the most lately. So it takes 10, 15, 20 minutes of your day and just sit in a comfortable place and just think about everything that you are worrying. So everything that bothers you, everything that it's an issue for you, everything that you are trying to cope with, just stop and take this time only for this issue. This probably make you feel that you are in control and make feel also that these worry moments, maybe they are not so urgent, and probably these worry situations, they will shrink, and you will get in some point that you don't feel the need to worry about nothing in specific. On the other way, this help your mind to focus on the things that you really need to focus, instead of having this heavy constant pain about this worrying for the whole day. So this can eventually help you to really focus and to be much more productive and much more active and functional in your things and the things that you need to have done and the things that you have to do. Worries start with usually a simple thought, and usually this simple thought is negative. And this simple thought most of the time start with a what if, and this will grow and grow and will take a proportion that probably it will be too heavy for yourself. This can be really stronger than your will and even powerful enough to make you despair. So realize that worrying and control your worries, it's a skill that you can develop in yourself and that you can train in order for you to just be able to get out of this spiral of despair and these negative thoughts that worry usually brings. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you like it. I hope you subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up, share with a friend, comment if you want, and I'll see you next time for another video. Bye!